Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hugging My Chaos, and welcome to the six main lessons that I learned this year. And I mean, in 2023, because right now it's 2024, but it's very important to keep this in my heart, keep this in my mind, and apply them. This is a reminder for myself, like apply them because they were very important lessons that I learned in 1 year, which shows the power of 1 year. Like the power of 1 year, it can change your life, your perspective. And 2023 did that for me. So it's important to share what I learned so you guys can apply it as well. I think this will be very, very helpful for all of you. Let's start with putting my glasses on because I'm blind. Okay, number one, we suffer more often in imagination than reality. And this quote comes from Seneca, but this quote is so true. I feel like in 2023 and like overall, I've created so many scenarios in my head, so many expectations, so much in my head that usually never happens, or I overvalue a certain event that makes me feel worse. So it's important to bring it back to reality, stop adding the emotions, which can be hard, but stop adding the emotions, bring it back to reality, and see things for what they really are, which sometimes is just neutral. Nothing's going on, nothing outside the normal. It's just life, everything's flowing the way it's supposed to be flowing. Your perceptions only make it worse or only make an event seem good or bad. That's the only thing that changes your perceptions. But in reality, everything's normal. Like everything that happens, even the bad, like it happens in life. It has happened to everyone. But your imagination makes it worse, makes it bigger, and makes you suffer a lot. That's definitely what I'm gonna take for 2024. Remember that oftentimes we suffer more in imagination than in reality, and it's important to have a reality check and see ourselves for what we are, nothing less, nothing more, and as well as other people and as other events. Number two, we fall to our level of our standards. Oof. You are basically living your life based on your standards. Standards are things you tolerate in yourself and in others. It's important to raise your standards. It's important not to go below your potential. A lot of us don't try too hard because our standards are low. Our standards for ourselves are low. We make so many excuses to ourselves. We make a lot of excuses that we're not able to see how much we can accomplish because our standards are so low. For example, if you have a standard of brushing your teeth every single morning as soon as you wake up, it's a should. It's a should. It's not negotiable. You don't care if you're running late. You don't care if you didn't sleep last night at all. Like you don't care about that. You don't care if it's cold outside. You don't care about that. Like you have to do that. That's a standard, subconscious standard that you set for yourself. I'm going to brush my teeth every single morning, no matter what happens. That's the importance of a standard. A standard is a thing that's not negotiable. You cannot negotiate a standard. It's a standard that it has to be done. It has to get done. It has to happen. Or it's a limit of things you won't tolerate happening. Like, hey, I won't tolerate this at all. That's below my standard. So it's important to raise our standards because oftentimes we don't have high standards. We don't give ourselves the permission to raise our standards because it's so easy to stay in the comfort zone. It's so easy to not do anything, to not push ourselves for more. But once you give yourself a standard, your life changes. Once you're able to not negotiate with yourself, to ignore your desires, ignore your impulses, and follow what you must do your job, and only focus on doing your job, the job that you set out to do, then that's when your life kind of unfolds because you're able to have more self control. That's the importance of standards. You're able to control yourself more because now you're listening to a standard, not an emotion. So this changed my life when I started applying the standard of waking up early every single morning because I'm not gonna tolerate waking up late. Like that's not a part of my standard. Like that's not gonna happen anymore. ever. I really enjoy waking up early. I really do. Even my friends have told me, hey, like, April, you should get more sleep. Like, I try to go to sleep earlier, but I like waking up early because of the benefits that I get from waking up early, which is enjoying the silence, being having time for myself, having time to connect with myself, starting the day with more energy because I feel like I can be kind of introverted. I like to be alone in the morning. I love that. That's how I feel my energy. That's how I get energized. But now I made it a standard and it has drastically changed my life. Just one standard. Imagine what will happen if you change your whole blueprint and like raise your standards to another level. Like your life, our life will be completely different, but it's important to raise your standards and follow through. Oh, this is so important. Number three. Oh, I think I mentioned this the last few months, but it's something that I just learned. Like I learned all of this last year, 2023. But number three is if it hurts you, it becomes your problem. And if it's your problem, you are the solution. Basically, we already talked about this, but many people can quote unquote hurt you. You may feel hurt by others. But if you're feeling that, you have to take care of it. Life won't change for you, your friends won't change for you, your relationship, your partner won't change for you, no one will change for you, and they don't have to change for you. That's the beauty. They're not going to, first of all, and they don't have to because they don't own you anything. So it's important to take care of your feelings. That's the only thing you have to do. Like that's the only task or the only responsibility that you have. Take care of you. No one's going to do that. That's the only task. If you cannot handle the only simple task life has given you, then you're just here breathing, taking the oxygen, wasting air, wasting oxygen. It's crazy because, yeah, maybe like we already talked about this, but maybe other people have heard you. It's your responsibility. It comes back to you. Because if I give you the power, if I give you the control to my happiness, I'm left with nothing. I'm left with nothing. Like, what do I have? Nothing. I don't have nothing. And that just doesn't make sense. You take care of you, change your perceptions, change your intention, change how you see a situation, or just leave the situation. Like you gotta take control of that. Don't give your happiness to other people. That's not their job. Your job is to do your job. I love that one, and it's important to apply it every single day. Okay. It's important to remember this every single day. Sometimes we forget. Sometimes I have fallen into the trap of forgetting and just thinking that it's people's responsibility to take care of my happiness, but mm-mm, it's just gonna make you miserable. It's just gonna make you miserable. That's the key to misery. If you want to be sad all the time and depressed all the time, blame other people for your emotions. That's it. Also, number four. Oh my god, the privilege that we have. I'm not going to include this in the Spanish one because this one is for people with internet, with people who live in this country, with people who live in first world countries, with people who have the resources that we have. I in the age that we have, if you're watching this and you're like 20 or younger, or like around there, the privilege that we have right now at this moment, with everything, the opportunities, the age, the resources that we have in this country. Oh my god. Oh my god, the internet, like everything. Come on, like come on. We got to take advantage of this. We cannot waste this opportunity. A lot of people, many people, I know, like I have family in Mexico. Many people are dying to take your place. And you don't realize that. People are dying to take your place, this country, these opportunities are very unique and not everyone has access to. But we've forgotten this because we've seen this as normal. We take this for granted. But it's important to remember the privilege that we have, the privilege that we have just standing in this country, the privilege that we have, and take advantage of that. We cannot waste our time. We cannot waste our resources because oh my god, there's so many people who want to take your place. So take advantage, open your eyes to resources, and don't waste your life, because it will be a disgrace for those who might need it. Which leaves me to my other point, which is point number 5. It's important to be willing to help others. We fill our own cup, so we're able to help others fill it. We don't fill our own cup just for ourselves. That's selfish. That's selfish. Why will we only focus on us? No, it's important to give back. It's important to give back our resources. That's why it's important to work on ourselves first. It's important to take advantage of the opportunities that we're given in this country, so we can help other people who don't have those opportunities, who don't have the same resources, who haven't had the privilege that we have. That's powerful. That's my other lesson that I learned. Give back and say thank you. Be grateful. And the way to say thank you to life is by giving back, by showing, by teaching other people's your way, by just giving that energy back, knowing that you're privileged and knowing that that is a sign to give people, help a community, grow together, be there for other human beings. Sometimes we're too separated. Sometimes like our differences are too big that we don't see that we are the same. We are the same species. We're human beings. We got to be there for each other. We're a community. Like we're the same animal in a way, you know? Like we have to be there for each other. We have to. We forget this because of emotions. There's so many emotions that get into this like interpersonal relationships, but it's necessary because that's our tribe. Like this is this you and me, like we are one person in many ways, like in many ways, like we have so many similarities. Even if you don't see them, like we have so many similarities. It's important to support each other. It's important to help each other out. It's important to fill our own cup so we can help other people fill theirs. And imagine if everyone will fill their own cup and help other people out. That will transform humanity. That will transform humanity because, first of all, you already know there's a lot of negative emotions floating around us. There's a lot of negative emotions. If we're able to get rid of those, or like get through those feelings, we're gonna be able to be more productive, more happier. The earth, the whole like nature is gonna be better off because we're gonna be able to respect nature. We're gonna be able to respect people around us. But you're not able to respect anyone if you don't respect yourself, because you don't know what that is. You don't know how that feels. But once you're able to love yourself, to respect yourself, you're able to give it back because you already have it within you. You're only going to give back what you have within you. If you have misery and sadness and negativity, that's the only thing you're going to give back. That's the only thing you're going to give back. And usually, once you give that out, you receive again. It just multiplies. It just multiplies. So it's important to work on our energy so we're able to give back something better, quality energy. Oh, I love that. Which brings me to my last point. If you do well, that does not bring me to the last point. It's just another tip that I learned. Very, very important. If you do everything at once, you're not gonna do anything. The power of focus. Power of focus. Yeah. It sounds pretty cool to get a lot of things in your to-do list done. It sounds pretty cool to do everything. And I know not a lot of people have the privilege to just focus on few things. Many have responsibilities that you have to take care of. But have a vision, have a vision. This is a reminder for myself because I'm very curious. I like to explore different things, and I think that's okay. However, I tell myself, April, it's important to have a focus. It's important to have a direction. Don't run around everything. Have a focus, because that will bring mastery. That will bring mastery. A repetition of a single thing every single day will bring mastery. If you want to learn how to play the piano, you have to practice every single day. But how are you going to make time to practice every single day how to play the piano if you're also learning how to play soccer and um play the guitar, like I play all this, like a lot of instruments. Like you're not gonna make time, and if you do, it's gonna be minimum. So it comes back to the energy that you give every activity. And usually energy is connected to focus, at least in my experience. I'm someone who, and a lot of people are people who like can't multitask. You think you can, but you're not giving it your all. You're not focusing on one single thing. You're not committing and becoming a master into one single field, or few fields. But it's important, always come back to focus, to direction, to vision. But in many ways they are connected. Vision, focus, direction, they are connected, because where energy goes, where attention goes, energy flows. Anyways, that was my six main lessons. Oh, very important, very important. I need to remember this. I need to remember this, because I know that only applying these six lessons in my life will dramatically change my life. Anyways, with that being said, hug yourself, hug that crazy chaos of yours. And I wish you all the best. Happy New Year's. I hope you're able to become the best version of yourself this year. Bye bye.